going on, guys? This is Manny. Welcome back to another episode of Words with Manny. Hold on, I got an introduction right here. So, welcome to another Words with Manny. And I'm here with a multi-talented entertainer, former WWE superstar, current TNA wrestler, and former digital media champion, the one and only AJ Francis. How you doing, bro?
Good. You left out 6-year NFL vet, but keep going.
Definitely, 6-year NFL vet. So you just had a match with MuscleMan Malcolm. Were you surprised with Malcolm's performance?
No, I knew Malcolm could do it, man. Wrestling's not hard. Like, people pretend it's hard because all they care about is spots and showing how many cool moves they can do. But if you actually listen to the crowd will tell you what they want to see. We played off the crowd. That's why everybody loved the match, and Malcolm really is only his second match ever. He didn't have to do a million different things because we kept it simple. We kept it to things that we knew he could do, and we played off the crowd. When the crowd's talking to me, I talk to them. When they're cheering for him, I make sure he gets his rev engine going. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. It's not hard. People make wrestling hard because they can't talk, so they try to make up for it with the fact that I can do a million cool moves. Nobody give a shit about that. Nobody give a shit about that. There's so many wrestlers in the world that are better in-ring performer wrestlers than The Rock, but none of them make more money. None of them are better real wrestlers. Malcolm's here.
Oh, what's going on, Malcolm?
Hi, AJ.
Malcolm, what do you want?
I just want to say hi.
Okay, could you say bye?
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
So it's the 1-year anniversary of Bray Wyatt's passing. How did you manage to cope with that being today?
It's tough, man. Like I said, Bray's an idol of mine. Bray's one of the reasons I got so heavy back into wrestling in college. I stopped watching wrestling like my freshman year of high school all the way through my sophomore year of college. And Bray is one of the reasons I got back into it so heavy. I had Bray posters in my house. I have a Fiend backpack. I have, a Fiend pop. I have a Bray Wyatt pop. I have, so many different things. And he was such a nice guy when I actually finally met him. And we became friends. And, he was so cool to bounce ideas off of. And, he was just such a bright light in this world. So it was tough. It was tough. But, he left a lasting legacy that could never be denied.
Definitely. What has been your most memorable moment in wrestling so far?
I think the match I had with PCO at Slammiversary. Me and PCO stole the show. Nobody expected me and 56-year-old PCO to steal the show at Slammiversary, a show that notoriously is one of the biggest shows in wrestling all year, let alone TNA, just in wrestling in general. And me and PCO, 56-year-old PCO, stole the show. I shut a lot of people up. Tommy Dreamer himself told me when I came back through the curtain is anybody who ever kept that dumbass narrative about you not being able to work, you just shut them the fuck up. And that's all I do, man. I prove people wrong. I tell people all the time, the lack of opportunity is not the same thing as the lack of ability. I didn't just become a good wrestler in the last year. I didn't just become a good promo in the last year. I've just been given opportunity.
How do you balance your music career and your wrestling career?
It's easy, man, because my music career feeds off my wrestling career. My single is my entrance music, so any town I go into, I'm selling singles, literally selling singles. So it's like, Ella sold lots of these little pieces of paper. We still selling singles in 2024. You know what I'm saying? If the music's hot, you still sell it.
So were there any challenges with you transitioning from football to wrestling?
No, man. Football's way harder than wrestling. The wrestlers hate hearing that, but it's the truth. In football, in wrestling, me and Malcolm had a match tonight. Malcolm could never come on a football field and just pick up with a professional. You know what I'm saying? That could never happen. If me and somebody have a match, the whole goal is for us to both get out the match healthy. If me and someone are playing football against each other, he's an offensive lineman trying to block me, I don't give a fuck if he's healthy. I don't care if he makes it out healthy because his backup's probably not better than him. So if he gets hurt and they put his backup in, I'm finna eat. I don't care about this shit. It's so much easier. training camp alone is a month of hell. People don't realize, like, there's nothing in wrestling as hard as training camp. There never will be. So it's like, you know, it's not even close. Wrestlers hate hearing that, but that's usually because they never played on varsity.
If you was to have, let's say, a son, right, would you want him to go through football or go through wrestling?
I wouldn't have him pick one or the other. I mean, I clearly did both. There's a lot of people that are wrestlers that came from football. Some of the best wrestlers ever: Stone Cold, The Rock, Roman Reigns, Goldberg, you know, Moose, myself. You know, the list goes on and on. There's a lot of people that came from football to wrestling. So there's a lot of carryover of having to be tough.
What advice would you give to someone that is trying to get into the professional wrestling business?
It's all about who you know. It's all about your connections. There's a lot of people that aren't better than their peers that are in better positions because the right person likes them. That's just the way the game works. I mean, it's not real, so like you have to give someone a real reason to put you in a good position. Like Tommy Dreamer puts me in good positions because he knows I'm good. I didn't just get good. I just finally have someone that believes in me.
One last question for you. What are your goals long term with wrestling and music?
You know, definitely gonna drop another album. My single's doing so well that I definitely have to. And wrestling, you know, wrestling's fun, man. And you know, like I said, it's not real. So, like I'd say, I want to be world champion, but that's up to people that, you know what I'm saying? I want to continue to steal the show. I mean, everywhere I go, I steal the show. If you ask anybody who's been on any show, ask people tonight. I stole the show with Malcolm in Malcolm's second match ever. Like that's what I do. I stole the show with PCO at Slammiversary. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. That's what I do. And I don't ever get my flowers because I'm not 5'8" and blonde and oily up abs. You know what I'm saying? But I'm one of the best performers in the world. Debate your barber, not me.
I feel like everything he said is facts. Give the man his flowers while he's still here. You got to stop playing with him. But AJ, I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.
All love.
Thank you, man.